evening. I'm Lindsay Day, and I'm the president of Auburn Players Community Theater. And on behalf of the board, we welcome you to this production of the musical comedy Murders of 1940. At this time, we ask that you turn off all electronic devices and refrain from using your cell phones during the performance. The emergency exits are located at the front of the house to the right and the left, and in the back of the house to the right and the left. And we will have a 15-minute intermission between Act 1 and Act 2, where we will have drinks and snacks in the lobby available for you. Donations greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get a 50/50 ticket. I'd like to direct your attention to the back of the program insert. We do have auditions coming up for our July musical, which is the last 5 years. Auditions are May 19th and 20th, and the production is July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Elsa, you forgot the sugar.
Day, we'd best have our Ovaltine and get to bed. Oh dear. Elsa has forgotten the sugar.
Not on my account.
You don't take sugar?
I don't take Ovaltine.
Well, if it's good enough for Orphan Annie, Sergeant. Here's a list of the people you're to pick up in the morning. At 9:30 in front of the Brill Building, a Mr. Eddie McEwen. Mr. McEwen is a struggling young comedian, and the Brill Building
Yeah, I know where it is.
Of course you do. Next, in front of her apartment at 230 East 50th Street, will be Mrs. Baberstock. Mr. McEwen, I'm given to understand, is an incredibly struggling young comedian. Perhaps to spare Mrs. Baberstock, he ought to sit up front with you.
Swell.
Next at a house on East 92nd Street, you'll pick up an actor named Patrick O'Reilly. Mr. O'Reilly is an Irish tenor.
You've told us, Miss Baverstock, you had a new chauffeur.
I made up some story, yes. The others arrive by car or train. I do hope that they make their connections.
Snow is supposed to stop by midnight.
I do wish they would fix whatever it is they're striking about. I am sick of Stephen Foster.
Still falling all along the eastern seaboard. What had been originally estimated as 2 inches has already doubled that with no end in sight.
I hope this won't scare off our people.
What?
I said, I hope this won't scare off our people.
My dear, these are director, composer, lyricist, actors, all coming to get my money for the Broadway show. Nothing short of the end of the world will stop them.
If this is going to work, you're going to have to give the speech exactly like we rehearsed it. You're going to be able to pull off your end of this okay?
Espionage is in my blood, Sergeant. I won't fail you. Poor dead Bibi's deco makeup kit. Being au courant was so important to her, and now she's anything but.
Here.
Ah, that which may reveal a murderer. This is going to be a grand adventure, Sergeant. Oh, and I have a perfectly grand menu prepared. To begin, a terrine of December fruit, followed by lobster on dill.
Yeah,
and
well, since my adventure tomorrow will be driving through a snowstorm, I think I better get some sleep.
Come, I'll show you to your room. I must admit, you are a bit of a surprise to me, Sergeant. I thought all New York City policemen were Irish.
We are.
Now, the Federal Bureau of Investigation would confirm these rumors. A Nazi submarine is believed to have landed these men on the shore of Long Island earlier this month. With the discovery of the body of Franz Becker, knifed to death in the back of a restaurant in the Yorkville section of Manhattan, it is now believed that only one, possibly the leader of the saboteurs, is still at large. In other news, the British Eighth Army announced success today.
Elsa, there appears to be a car stuck in the drive. I'm headed down with a shovel. Oh, and the bar needs condiments. See to it, won't you?
Ja, gnädige Frau.
Not a frash. A little formal this morning, aren't we? Oh, I think I know. Little Elsa is curious about my overnight guest.
Nein.
Not even curious which bedroom he slept in. Oh, don't worry. You're still the princess here. Now to the day. There'll be 7 for lunch, 4 for dinner. I need you at your most efficient today, Elsa. I'm not at liberty to tell you why. But today, we'll add a bone-chilling chapter to the Von Grossenrieten annals. Oh, clear that also, won't you?
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, sure, and we're after being stuck down on the road at the bottom of your driveway, wouldn't you know?
Ja, I hears a car.
Oh, no, that's another car. Well, we can't even get up the hill. I'm Patrick O'Reilly. I'm one of the actors. I thought I'd be after coming up to see if I could borrow his shovel.
Shivel? Oh, Fräulein von Grossenrieden is using it right now. May I take your coat?
I may as well go back down and see what I can do.
You are Irish, Mr. O'Reilly.
As Paddy's cow. And you are Scandinavian?
I am German,
Are you now?
a refugee. Fräulein von Grossenrieden gave me refuge here 4 years ago.
What did she know?
From the Nazis.
Oh, the Nazis, was it?
Schwein that they are.
I see. Well, it's been most interesting meeting you, Miss
Wenzel? Hertha Wenzel.
Wenzel. Yes. Oh, Faith of the Cora. But isn't there a very famous German cabaret entertainer named Wenzel? At the Tivoli, I believe.
You are familiar with German cabaret entertainers?
Well, it's after being me business now, isn't it? Dieter Wenzel. Isn't that his name?
I never paid much attention to the cabarets.
And here is the library. We'll hold the auditions here, Ken. Director at work. You can move it around any way you would like.
It's perfect.
Hello. I'm Elsa von Grossenrieden.
I'm Patrick O'Reilly. Our group is stuck down below. I came up for a shovel.
Shovel?
A shovel.
Oh, shovel, of course. There's one right outside the door. This is Miss Nikki.
Crandall.
Yes. And here is your director, Ken Delamaze.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. Now I'll be after getting that shovel.
Well, I'll go with you.
But it's after being down at the bottom of the hill, miss. And the snows are as steep as the cliffs of Killarney.
Mr. O'Reilly, I am of solid Bavarian stock. Snow is in my blood.
But not in your heart, dear Elsa. This lady's the most generous patron of our arts alive today.
Am I, Ken?
Without you, Elsa, there wouldn't be more than 30 or 40 shows on the Great White Way. She backed 12 last season.
Well, I do like to dabble. Now, why don't you mix you and Miss Crandall a drink? Helsa will bring your luggage up to your rooms. Northwest guest rooms, Helsa. Roger and Bernice will be down after they thaw out. Marjorie is trudging her way up the hill. Soon, we will all be together once more, won't we, Ken?
Yes, it will be good to see Roger and Bernice again.
All together. Right, Ken?
Yes.
And when I get back, I want you to tell me all about Hollywood and what it's like.
We'll just take the garment district and drop it in the middle of an orange grove. That's Hollywood.
How picturesque. This way, Mr. O'Reilly.
Although there is a beach somewhere.
You never saw the beach?
Well, of course I saw the beach. I was at a party at Santa Monica one night, and someone threw open the drapes. Drink?
Oh, no, thank you.
Now you were going to tell me in the cab ride here what shows you were in Washington.
Oh, Dewberry.
Oh, you know Bob then.
Bob?
Bob Alton, the choreographer.
Oh, this was the road company. Jimmy Arnon staged it.
Oh, you closed in Washington.
No, I left the show in Washington.
Well, not to come up here for a backers audition, I hope.
Oh, no, I've got, other things on the fire.
And you're a singer, dancer?
Dancer, mostly.
I kind of thought that when I watched you get off the train.
I walk like a duck, you mean?
No, you tripped over your suitcase.
Sure sign.
And with whom did you study dance?
Oh, well, I'm from Chicago, so see,
Oh, Chicago, I know it well.
Oh, well, south of there. Do you know Kankakee?
Oh, no, I'm afraid not.
Well, I studied there with Natasha Dubrovitska.
Oh, I see.
Well, jeepers! This is a swell house, isn't it?
Yes?
I bet there are a lot of swell houses in Hollywood.
Ostentatious, but swell, yes.
You live out there?
I'm hoping this enterprise will bring me back to New York.
You're not working on any movies now?
I just finished a picture, Moonlight in Rio.
Moonlight in Rio. Oh, you shot a movie in Brazil?
Oh, no, I shot a movie in Culver City. Except the beach. The beach I shot in Oxnard.
Well, who's in it?
Oh, Alice Faye, Dick Powell, Phil Silver, Ann Miller, Patsy Kelly, Lawrence Meckler, Yasha Heifetz, and, Bora Minovich.
Oh, sure, I saw that.
I'm sure you did, but it hasn't been released yet.
Oh,
It's good. Good to be back.
New York?
Oh, no, the theater. An event as ancient as man, and as mysterious and inspiring as the nature man once sought to imitate or appease with his earliest rituals. Rituals we now call the theater. Not moving pictures, but life. Life distilled to the pure, clear ring of truth. Never forget that. It is your heritage.
I guess, but I've only ever done musical comedy.
Yes, well, I'm going to take my sherry up and into the bathtub to see if I can wash off some of this Union Pacific Railroad that I've brought with me.
Oh, sure, go ahead. I want to look over the lead sheets anyway.
We'll see you later.
Hi, I'm Admiral Byrd. Am I lost? This is the North Pole? Boy, what a blizzard. I passed 4 penguins on my way up here, and one of them was wearing a polar bear. I'm only kidding. I'm Eddie McEwen. This your place?
No, I'm Nikki Crandall. Miss Von Grossen Wheaton just went down the hill to help some people who are stuck.
That's us, and a taxi ahead of us, and a car behind us. They'll never make it up the hill. I decided to hoof it.
Oh, your boots, the Oriental.
Sorry. So you, here for the audition?
Yes,
Did you write it? Or...
I am an actress.
Great. Well, I guess we'll be working together.
You're an actor?
I'm a comedian. Did you see Hell's a-Poppin'?
Are you in it?
Well, I had a couple bits, yep. Just left it about a month ago, doing some radio. Is this the closet?
The coat closet's outside in the hall. Pardon me. Is that my heart?
Oh, you've got music.
Well, yeah, didn't they send you some?
Oh, no, I only got the gig yesterday. Some other guy got sick. My agent asked me, can I sing? Sure, I say. Always say yes, one of my rules. No matter what they ask, yes. Well, this morning, a limo picks me up, parks me in front with the chauffeur. Then we pick up a dame in a mug in Yorkville. What a trip. Driving through a snowstorm, I can't see a thing, so I don't know how the driver can. And on top of that, he's deaf.
Deaf?
Oh, he had to be. I did 40 minutes of my best stuff. He didn't crack a smile. White House Merry-Go-Round by Roger Hopewell and Bernice Roth. Hopewell and Roth? Is this going to be one of their shows?
I guess so.
Hot dog!
You don't get much better than that.
What a break! They got a string of hits. I think except for Manhattan Holiday, they've never had a flop. What's the other music? Is there a number for a comic?
I don't know, but I'm sure Mr. De La Maze will sign parts.
Ken De La Maze, he's here too? He's the director? Hot dog!
Oh, yeah? You didn't know that?
I don't know anything except I'm getting $25 to do a backer's audition for some dame named Von Grossen something.
New Eaton.
No thanks. I just had a Danish.
No, that's her name. Von Grossen New Eaton.
Hey, that was a joke. I'm a comic, remember?
I'll try.
Boy, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to be in at the start of a hit show. I guess they're looking for a producer.
Well, as I understand it, they've got a producer. They want an angel.
Well, who's the producer?
Marjorie Baverstock?
Marjorie Baverstock? Hot do- Oh my gosh.
Oh, she was probably the woman in your car. Oh, was she wearing mink? Things.
You're going back out?
I'm going back, period, to New York City.
What?
Come on, get your coat. It's the same people. Manhattan Holiday, the same creative team.
Oh, so they had a dud. That scares you back to New York?
No, the stage door slasher scares me back to New York.
The who?
Where you been? The stage door slasher? 2 years ago? 3 women murdered, all chorus girls, all in Manhattan Holiday?
Oh, now I remember reading something. You see, I was on the road doing this great performance with this company
well,
that
they
does
had to close the show. The chorus wouldn't come to work unless they caught the slasher. And lady, they never caught him. So come on, let's hit the breeze.
If he only killed women, what are you so worried about?
Hey, how do I know he hasn't changed his preferences? Come on.
What makes you think the slasher would be here? There are no chorus girls here. Oh, wait a minute. I'll get my coat. This is silly. That was 2 years ago, and the only similarity is the creative team. Well, besides, you'll never make it back to New York in this weather. The snow is falling so thick. It's a dark, sunless day. For all you know, the slasher could be out there, waiting. And it's only going to get darker and darker and darker.
You can stop before you get to Dracula's entrance, okay? Now come on, get your coat. I'll even note, there must be 25 rooms in this joint. The slasher could be hiding in any of them, and that don't count the closets.
My gosh!
What?
Oh, a secret passage!
Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, let's take a look.
My gosh, they do exist.
Who do?
Well, I thought it was only in movies where whenever there's a lunatic killer loose and killing everybody and his brother, somebody, usually a dame, hears a noise out in the hen house and runs out in the pitch black to investigate.
And have you ever noticed, in those same movies, there's always a big, strong hero who's not afraid of the dark?
I'm a comic, remember? The dark definitely scares us. It's part of our training.
Ah, you must be Mr. McEwen, as you're the only one unaccounted for. I'm Elsa von Grossenduiten, your hostess. Oh, and you know Miss Baverstock and Mr. O'Reilly as you drove in with them? Hardly know Elsa, as Mr. McEwen sat up front with your driver. I didn't get the opportunity to tell you, Mr. McEwen. I think it's simply divoon of you to fill in at the last moment like this.
Oh, well, thanks,
And
but I...
this is Miss Nikki Crandall. Nikki, darling, I don't think you've met Miss Baverstock. Do you have a cold, Mr. McEwen?
Oh, no. There's been a hitch. See, I got my dates mixed up and I'm due back in New York.
Oh, dear, when?
Well, that would be, right now.
Well, my goodness, I don't know how you'll get there. Perhaps it skipped your attention, but we're having a blizzard outside.
Well, I know, but,
Well, I know I, for one, would be quite sorry to see you go. See, I've been hearing such good things about your work, and of course, Ken Delamaze, who is directing this audition, knows every agent in Hollywood. Do you have an agent in Hollywood, Eddie?
Come on, let's get to work.
What about the slasher?
Let him get his own agent.
Elsa, I can't wait for you to hear the show. It's Divoon, simply Divoon. And I have a budget all worked out, even down to the opening night party. We'll hold it in Sardi's, naturally, and if we charge the actors just a teensy cover charge, we'll break even. Elsa, are you redecorating? The bookcase has been opened. Did someone move the pen holder?
Oh, I guess I did that.
A secret passage? Where does it lead? To other passages. The house is littered with them. My goodness, Nancy Drew would be in seventh heaven here, wouldn't she? You never told me about this, Elsa, never. They're nothing, Marjorie. Just your average, ordinary, everyday secret passages. Was this a stop on the Underground Railway or something? No. Then why? My father was Baron Wilhelm von Grossenruiten.
Oh, yes.
He built this house. You recognize him.
wasn't there a motion picture about him? With Erich von Stroheim? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Someone else. While he is a legend, there has never been a motion picture made of him.
Obviously, I have him mixed up.
My father built this house when he returned from Germany after the war. But he was a general. He was the Kaiser's chief of espionage and the most brilliant intelligence mind in all of European history.
He was a spy?
You've heard of the Dreyfus Papers, the Colonel Redl letter, the von Moltke note, the Hotzendorf memo, the von Emmick shopping list, events which changed the course of history, with my father at their center, working in clandestine covert alliance, cloaked in an atmosphere of secrecy, stealth, and subterfuge. But why the secret passages? It was the only way he could leave the room.
Is all our company met?
Ken, darling!
Oh, Marjorie, honey!
Who haven't you met yet, Ken?
Hi, I'm Eddie McEwen. I just did Hellzapoppin' and I...
We'll get started shortly.
Excuse me, gnädige Frau, but I cannot find the meat cleaver.
You need a meat cleaver?
For the others, yeah.
Well, if you need it, my home is yours, everyone. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll be right back. You're sure you mean a meat cleaver, Elsa?
Jawohl.
Ken, darling, look. A secret passage.
Oh, so it is. Very much like the one I used in the circular staircase. Oh, with Paulette Goddard and Laird Krieger. Oh, Judith Anderson, Lionel Atwell, George Sanders, Peter Lorre, and oh, John Carradine.
I saw it, Ken. It was some of your best work.
It hasn't been released yet. Cast. As I was saying, we're going to get started shortly, but let me remind you that although this is a backers audition for an audience of one, it is still theater. And any questions you have of character or interpretation, bring them out. Theater is no more or less than life, distilled to the pure, clear ring of truth. An art as
Someone, a martini. I'm in danger of a frostbite.
Roger, darling. You look Duboon. Simply Duboon.
Marjorie, sweetheart, love the new word.
Let me introduce actors. This is Roger Hopewell, there to do your music. Mr. McEwen, Miss Crandall, and Mr. O'Reilly.
Your eyes are very blue.
Perhaps I will have that drink now. It makes it so much easier to excuse licentious behavior.
I was not being licentious. A little bitterness, maybe. A bit lascivious, but not licentious.
What's the difference?
the placement of the tongue, I would imagine.
Ken, I didn't see you there. I was just telling Bernice on the way over. Now our script will have distilled truth and fresh rings and new spark plugs and all those wonderful things that Ken does. And you are the comic, I presume?
Right, you've seen me work?
No, I merely assumed that was why we're only wearing one overshoe.
Forgot all about it.
Must have that drink.
How about our actors? Dare you have a drink before attempting to entice Elsa out of her money?
No,
not
thank
right
you.
now.
I wouldn't mind a shot of bourbon if you've got it.
Hi, gang!
Bernice, you look wonderful.
Oh, missed you, Ken.
Oh, and a new bracelet I see.
Yes. Have a drink with us, Bernice. I'm having a teeny martini. Well, in that case, I'll have a huge bad hootin'. Be realistic, Roger. This cast is Bernice Rock, your librettist, your cast. Hi, gang. Sorry that I'm late getting downstairs, but the storm froze the lock on my overnight case, so I've been upstairs heating it with a candle. Heating the lock? Well, and the candle kept dripping wax on the rug, and so I moved into the closet and I set something on fire. Set what on fire? Well, see, I don't know, because whatever it was, it burned up. And then the maid comes in while I'm kneeling on the floor in the closet under this raging fire and wants to know if I am patient. Oh, his eyes are very blue.
Martini time.
Ain't it something to be with all these famous people?
I guess so.
Ken, love the tan.
Oh, it only costs one soul.
Oh, may cost us ours. Bernice and I have been approached about doing a motion picture. You know who that Abbott and Costello fellows are?
Well, those guys in the Bobby Clark thing.
Streets of Paris.
Streets of Paris. Yeah, well, they've been signed by Universal, and we've been approached about doing a couple numbers.
That reminds me, the lead dancer from that show, The Boy, Grover Champion.
Gower champion.
We should think about him. I know you're only in first draft, Bernice, but think about taking that long, long, long section where the sailor is telling the girl how beautiful she is and making it a ballet.
You know, I didn't think that section was all that long.
Ever notice in Bernice's writing, whenever a man tells a woman how beautiful she is, that section goes on forever.
That comes from having an understanding of romance, Roger, a subject you are somewhat hazy on.
And that comes from writing with that smoked mirror above your desk, is what that comes from.
Come on, kids, let's get to work.
Ah, we are all together once more, are we not? All together. And are we all comfortable?
We're fine, Elsa. We're about to get started.
My, how dark it's getting. And it's just past 1. Wonderful. The snow just won't stop, will it? Anyone need a refill?
Sure.
What do you have for me?
Well, what's closest? Excuse me, Narga Frau, but you're cook cold and it's snowed in. Drat!
Well, there's nothing for it. But I shall go to the kitchen and whip us up a quick lunch. We don't want you hungry for the big show, do we? Oh, Elsa, let's see if we remember how to do sauerbraten.
Sauerbraten?
How inspired. She's chosen a dish that even if she ruined, no one could tell the difference.
Let's get started with rehearsal, which is the reason we're all here.
Is it? Hasn't anyone wondered why this particular creative team has been brought together in this particular house?
A Backer's audition.
A team whose last effort was Manhattan Holiday, a show during which Beebe McAllister, Elsa's friend, was murdered. Need another drink there, Ken? Because though you need it.
It's just the memory of those horrible events. I had thought it was forgotten.
Well, obviously it isn't. Though Elsa is eccentric, though she slithers through life as though she were Gail Sonnegaard, her behavior today strikes me as even battier than usual.
If that's possible.
And I think we've been brought here for a dual purpose.
Which is?
She wants to observe us together.
To what end?
Excuse me, but who was murdered?
Were you in New York 2 years ago?
Well, 2 years ago, I was visiting my old mither in County Cork.
You were visiting a mither?
Someone killed 3 members of our dancing chorus.
And this killer was a member of the show?
Oh, we don't know.
Of course we know. We open in New Haven. A murder. Boston. A murder. Philadelphia.
Terrible reviews.
And a murder closes us in New York. Someone with the show, Ken. Someone with the show.
I told you. And you suspect that this killer is in this house?
Yes.
I am sorry, but you're not after knowing much about murderers. They may occasionally be drawn back to the scene of a crime, but they would never, once they are free and away, never would intentionally associate themselves with anyone who could possibly have reason to suspect them.
Hey, how do you know so much about murderers?
Oh, why, me old fither. And me fithers, fither, God rest their souls, were police officers.
And you're a tenor.
I still think that's why we've been brought here today.
It sounds like a parlor game, Mr. Hopewell. A murder is never so interesting. In real life, it is sudden and filled with rage. Quite emotional, quite messy. No secret passages, just blood-soaked carpets.
What? Blood-soaked carpet? Excuse me, I thought I heard something about a blood-soaked carpet.
We're talking about real life, Helsa, though God knows why, since we're here to do a musical comedy.
Fraulein von Grossenwitten has asked me to tell you lunch will be served in about 30 minutes. In the meantime, there are hors d'oeuvres.
Well then, I suggest we get started with rehearsal, Roger, which is the only reason we are here.
I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Well, if you believe there to be a killer loose, best not stand near the bookcase. It's a secret passage.
Are we going to get to work, or should we put on our pajamas and continue to tell ghost stories? Actors, over here. Roger and Bernice at the piano.
I'm sorry there is no bratwurst, Mr. O'Reilly, since you are so interested in things German.
Bernice, Bernice, have you decided how much of the book we're going to do?
What?
The book.
Bernice! What? Has the silliness of Rogers frightened you? Oh, no, of course not. I was just thinking, we have nothing to be afraid of here. My God, we're warm and cozy in this lovely old, kind of weird house with the secret passages and blood-soaked carpets and sort of isolated by a snowstorm. I'm afraid I have a rather troubling announcement. I hope none of you needs to reach New York this afternoon because it appears the phone has gone dead. And the phone seems to have gone dead. Help! We're all going to be murdered!
Calm down, Bernice. Calm down. Oh my goodness.
Hopkins still in the while Farley has lost his clout. You've got to know the way. Who's got whose ear today? Ickes and Cordell Hall won't even take your call. Unless you're inside of the taking a ride on the taking a ride on the White House merry-go-round.
I love it so far, and so will Elsa. The tunes, the lyrics, Tivoon! Simply Tivoon!
All right, moving on with Act 2. Now, it's past 4 already, and Elsa wants to hear this before dinner.
You know, I need to see a man about a dog.
Oh, me too.
And maybe some coffee.
Oh, God, yes.
Coffee's a good idea.
Okay, 10 minutes.
How's it look so far, Mr. Delamaze?
It's coming.
Would anybody be after wanting anything? I'm off to the kitchen for a spot of hot chocolate.
Oh, I'd love some.
Go see if she has any tea. I'll come with you.
Mr. Delamaze, I noticed that you skipped over the section where the taxi driver does an imitation of the Japanese ambassador. Well, you don't have to skip it if you don't want to.
Well, Roger and Bernice have Bert Lahr in mind for the role of the cab driver.
See, I do a Japanese.
Yeah, it needs a big name in there. You understand.
But I was just thinking it would add flavor.
It would be wrong of me not to tell you that that's the direction they're heading in.
You are surprised I speak your language?
Oh.
I was educated at UCRA.
Eddie, although your talent is very similar to Lahr's, I feel it's distilled from a different kind of truth. And there will be other roles that are better suited for the qualities that you project, okay?
Sure. Thanks a lot, Mr. Delamaze. What'd he say?
He said, no.
All right, heck. Well, even if I'm only second banana, this could be the break I've been waiting for. Aren't you excited about this?
They usually get stars to play the stuff I'm reading for, don't they?
You never know. So you live in New York?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
West 64th, between Broadway and Amsterdam.
Yeah? I live on 50th, across from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, I used to live near there. 48th, the dance belt.
Do you live alone? Or
Oh, no, I've got 2 roommates.
got a boyfriend?
Did have. He joined the Navy last year.
Yeah, Navy's not bad. I've been thinking maybe I should join before I get drafted.
Aren't you a bit old to be drafted?
Yeah, right now, but look at the way things are going. I figure I better get a name in show business, PDQ, so that if I am drafted, I can get into the entertainment section of the Army.
Oh, you want to kill him with laughs, huh?
They got such units.
Right, a comics battalion. Oh, they hit the beaches right after the magician.
It's called Special Services.
Uh-huh, and they hand out ping pong balls.
You know, I'd have known you were a dancer even if you never said so.
Yeah?
Yeah, you talk straight out like a guy. Most dames don't talk that way. Dancers do. Of course, I'm talking show business, not ballet.
You date a lot of dancers?
I don't date a lot of anything.
You haven't got a girl?
No. See, most dames, they don't want to get serious with a comic. Yeah, but that's okay. That's the way it's laid out.
What's laid out?
Well, the hero gets the girl, the comic gets the laughs.
In the movies.
And in real life, pretty much the same.
I wouldn't know. I haven't met any heroes.
Met any comics?
Just one. I want to look over the second act ballad.
You believe in chemistry?
Chemistry?
You know, you look at someone and something happens?
I don't know.
Well, it's happening here. O'Reilly and the maid! I think we're seeing the start of a hot affair. They've really got eyes for each other.
Yeah, I bet they sense something in common.
Well, some people believe in it. Chemistry. Never happened to you?
Nope.
How about your boyfriend?
He was just always there.
Till now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, never happened to me either. Chemistry.
It's probably just in the movies.
No, it happened to my father.
Did?
Yeah, from a bus window. He was on the corner and she was on the bus. They saw each other and wham, he chased that bus for 5 blocks.
Oh, it was your mother?
No, it was some girl. He never saw her again. But he used to tell me, Eddie, when it happens, you'll know. It's chemical. Just hope it ain't the number 17 to Ozone Park, because that's an express. Yeah, it can happen. Just gotta be looking for it is all.
Shall we get back to work?
So, how y'all doing? Miss Von Grossem-Eaton asked me to lay out some fresh coffee in here for you.
We've just had coffee.
So you won't have to come into the kitchen.
She probably doesn't want us around until she learns how to light the oven.
So you folks are all in the show business, huh?
Yes. Do you attend the theater much, Mr.
Kelly? No, not that much. I had a cousin at the Hot Mikado at the World's Fair.
Dinner, such as it is, will be served around 7. I'll have Helsa bring in some Liederkranz to tide you over until then.
We're fine, Elsa. Don't worry about us.
Oh, now? One other thing. Yesterday, while we were cleaning the guest rooms in anticipation of your arrivals, guess what we found? Phoebe McAllister's makeup kit. It had somehow been packed away with the showgirl costumes when the show closed and went to Princeton University.
Showgirl costumes? I thought Princeton was a men's school.
Only in the daytime, obviously.
It's for that number they do. It has a kick line.
Last week, someone there found it, and recognizing the name as one of the murder victims, sent it to the police. Joe then sent it to me. I put it in the closet and forgot about it until yesterday. And with all of us being reunited, I became curious and I opened it. And what do you think I found?
I don't want to hear this. It's going to be someone's finger or something.
A small notebook. A round notebook.
A round notebook?
That is a notebook that was full of notes and doodles and little tiny spirals.
What?
Phone numbers. And something's in my eye. Caught my eye. Caught my eye. The last appointment. The night of the murders.
An appointment with whom?
Don't know. But they were wearing a watch. Oh, the book gives time and place.
Oh, that night? It was probably just an appointment to go over a key change or something.
That was the first dark night. No one was in the theater.
Why are you getting so upset, Roger?
No one was there.
No, they weren't.
Weren't what?
Singing.
What? Who wasn't singing?
They weren't singing in an elevator. No, that's not right. Excuse me, I need some coffee.
The stage manager was at the theater that night. I remember because the set designer and I stopped there before going to dinner at Toffanetti's.
Couldn't have been Ken. The stage manager was with me at the Blue Ribbon.
Oh, no, I distinctly remember, Marjorie, because it was the first dark night.
I certainly ought to know where my own damn stage manager was, Ken.
Calm down, Marjorie. Why are you getting so upset?
An alibi, obviously.
No, the note doesn't say the theater. It says the hotel. The night of the murders, she had an appointment at the hotel.
With whom? No one was there.
We only use a room there as a staff room.
Let's take a look at that book.
I think it better if I turn it over to the police. In the morning.
Excuse me, Miss Von Grossen.
New Eaton.
Yes.
Well, maybe you should put that book in a safe place and as far away from you as possible, because if it connects the killer to the murders, he would kill to get it.
But he doesn't know I have it, does he?
Well, he does now.
Really, Mr. McEwen? For that to be true, the murderer would have to be in this room.
Let's not be ridiculous. Of course it isn't one of us. We're show people. So, on with Act the Second, as Shakespeare might have said.
Oh, he might have, but I doubt if he ever did.
Do you mind if I stay and watch for a while, Ken? You know how I adore the rehearsal process.
We'll ruin it for you, Elsa.
I shan't stay long, just to sing song.
No, really, I mustn't.
This is my house.
Marjorie, for God's sakes, let her stay. I need to get started.
Sit here, Elsa.
Beginning with Act 2, we've just had coffee.
Fräulein von Grossen-Wheaton mentioned that Herr O'Reilly preferred chocolat.
All right. Bernice, second act, please.
Okay. White House Merry-Go-Round, Act 2. It opens in the Senate chambers. On stage are Biff and Trudy. And there are also some page boys. Sounds divoon. Simply divoon.
Excuse me.
Now what?
Sure, and I fear the hot chiclet is going and giving me a terrible headache. I see I am not needed in this number, so if you don't mind, I'll step out and fetch some aspirin.
Oh, you poor dear boy. There's some in the kitchen. I'll get it for you.
Well, come right back.
Okay.
That's the format. Here's how it goes. Trudy is opening mail from some of Biff's constituents, all of whom have advice on how to run the country. And that leads us to the act opener. Everyone can do it better.
Okay, so after the intro, we start the number. Roger?
Biff, Trudy, and Bernice and I will do all the page boys.
I bet you will.
Have a drink, Margie. It'll coat your tongue.
What happened?
Try the light switch.
Where is it? Ouch!
Just everyone stand still. It may be a power failure. I'm going to the basement.
Are there any candles?
Oh,
What was that?
An owl?
In the library?
this is making me very nervous.
Calm down, Bernice.
Hey, I'm not Bernice. Stop rubbing my neck.
Sorry.
Let's all remain calm. I'm sure it's just the snowstorm, and Miss Mongross and Newton will be back soon with some candles.
Listen, are we all here? Are we? Didn't I hear the tiny scream just a moment ago?
Yes, I bumped into a chair.
We're all here, Bernice.
Well, that's Roger and Ken. This is me. Performers.
I'm here.
And me.
And Marjorie. Oh, lights are back. Is everyone all right? I think it's because I plugged in the toaster.
We're fine, Elsa. We're moving as fast as we can.
No hurry. I haven't even started the white sauce yet.
White sauce?
On sauerbraten?
All right, kids, back to work.
From the top?
Everyone can do it better from the East Coast to the West.
They all know what's really best.
For the USA, anyone can write a letter
about the way that he or she wants to
run this country if they have their way. They all know just what to do about the internal revenue and the kind of bones
That fella oughta chew.
they all can do it better. And after all this advice, darling, it feels very nice to be here with you.
Bring it home.
Because when it comes to us, no one does it better than just we do. I don't think she liked it.
Oh, she's smiling, see? She's just not being very vocal.
Oh, well, following that number, which will be much catchier and funnier, or cut, if you hate it that much.
Bernice, let's just move on.
That's the second act opener. I mean, if she hates it, then I suppose we should just start all over and rewrite the whole
All right,
thing.
all right. Marjorie, darling, did you hate it? Or is Bernice just suffering from an attack of paranoia?
Marjorie, sweetheart, we're all friends here. I mean, if you have something to say, let's just come out and say it instead of sitting there acting like a typical producer.
Someone pull the main power. If anyone... Oh.
Oh, she's dead!
Oh, Dad, oh my God!
Well, that ought to make you feel better. At least it wasn't the song.
Did anyone come in through the passageways and out through the main door?
I was by the door. They would have to get through me. Oh, my God!
I'll check the hall.
How about here?
Call the police!
Police! Police! Police!
On the phone, Bernice!
Frozen
The
shut.
phone doesn't work, remember?
The closet.
The closet.
Closet!
The phone is in the closet. Roger, could you hold this for a moment, please?
Does this mean the show's canceled?
I should have listened to my numerologist. She said to stay out of Westchester County. It adds up to death and decay.
Poor Marjorie. She had so many things to live for. Though at the moment I can't think of a single thing.
No,
Oh.
I fear that Elsa has brought the stage door slasher to Chappaqua.
You think? It couldn't just be someone who wanted Marjorie dead. The Schuberts, maybe.
What about Elsa?
Oh, we put them in a snowdrift. It was the best we could do under the circumstances. It's a blizzard out there. I couldn't see a foot in front of me.
Or the rest of the body, for that matter.
Is that coffee hot? Jeez, it's brutal out there.
It's hot chocolate?
Don't touch that. I'm no expert, but that smells to me like it's been poisoned. I saw O'Reilly just before the lights went out. He was sniffing it and he wouldn't. Hey, where the hell is he anyway?
Well, that's the $64 question.
You know, Elsa probably used too much salt.
You put salt in hot chocolate?
Sure, should be only a tad, really, but it really does give it some snap.
I've tried a little bit of nutmeg, but I always thought that was a little overpowering.
Nutmeg in hot chocolate?
Oh, yes.
Can we save the recipe exchange for another day, please? We have a killer on the loose.
I found the blueprints
What blueprints?
of the estate. I thought, since whoever cut the power escaped through the passageways, we could study the details of the tunnels here, then foray into the walls and look for clues. I'll pack a picnic lunch in case we get lost.
This only shows the rooms. It doesn't show the passageways.
Well, of course not. They're secret.
Right now, I want everyone where I can see him.
And I want to look for clues.
I'm running this investigation, and I say we're staying here.
Investigation? What investigation?
A murder investigation. I'm a cop.
Why are you telling them?
This has gone too far for adventures, Miss Von Grossen-Wheaton. Sergeant Michael Kelly, New York City Police Department. I'm here on the case of the stage door slasher.
So it isn't an audition?
Only for a killer, it seems.
Mine.
I told you! I told you! I told you! But no, nobody listens to me. I'm just a silly composer. I did graduate from Boston Conservatory, you know.
I think this exposure is unwise, Sergeant.
Killer's moving too damn fast. He didn't come for you or the notebook. He came for somebody who could obviously expose him somehow, and not just once, twice. And maybe 3 murders, maybe 4 if we count O'Reilly.
Who was maybe 3?
There's bloodstains by the French door.
But no one is missing.
Nobody we know about.
You mean there could be someone missing who wasn't here in the first place?
If you're the police, then what was all that business about turning over Beebe's book?
Set up.
I was to be the bait, Roger. And when the murderer came for me and the notebook, the sergeant would capture him. Clever, wasn't it?
It was, until you just told us all about it.
Oh.
Obviously, somebody was more dangerous to the killer than the notebook.
Perhaps it's a combination of that book and those people that worried the killer. With them out of the way, the book is useless.
That's exactly the way I got it pegged, miss.
I maintain that we should study these blueprints. The chase is half the fun.
Wait, well, you mean to tell me that all that business about Beebe's notebook was just made up in order to waste
No, the book is the real McCoy. It was sent to the department from Princeton last week. Contained information that made us reopen the case.
Information? What information?
Look at the last entry.
Piccadilly 1020?
My God! What is it, Bernice?
I just got the new second act opener.
Give me a pen.
The Piccadilly was our hotel, but what's
That is
1020?
so annoying.
Your room.
My room?
And the rest of the artistic staff. It was the last appointment in Bibi's notebook, the night she was murdered.
That was all the stuff Elsa was talking about earlier. Well, obviously it didn't worry the killer too much.
Well, why wouldn't? The staff room at the hotel? My God, Ken. I mean, we left the key right at the front desk. Designers, stage management, everyone had access to that room. I hope you didn't reopen the investigation just based on that.
We thought it might lead somewhere.
Well, obviously it didn't.
Obviously it did. We've had 2 murders.
Wait a second. The thing I can't figure is why Bibi was in the hotel at all. I mean, show's off the road, everyone's staying at home. It's a day off when the murder happens. Now, what's a chorus girl to do on her day off?
Oh! Well,
Sleeps.
she certainly wouldn't go near where a murderer was loose.
I would think Bibi would want to spend time with her friends, wouldn't you, Elsa?
Poor Bibi had many dear friends. Ken.
Too many.
What does it say about the night of the murder? Piccadilly 1020, then parentheses, 22, toe shoes, Leo, then a series of numbers, 288129. Leo could be something astrological?
22 is a type of gun.
Caliber, yeah. We looked at that. There was no gun involved.
22. Tutu.
What?
Tutu, toe shoes, Leo, leotard. It sounds like the appointment was for a ballet class. Though, why she'd wear a tutu is beyond me.
What's it look like?
A tutu? Well, it's a little skirt, very stiff, sticks out in the front like,
She had it on.
What?
We didn't leak that to the press. She had it on. So did the other 2.
Married in a tutu? Oh.
Oh, how were they wearing their hair?
Hair?
Yeah, was that the same too?
Yeah, now that you mention it, it was tight. Pulled up in the back like a school teacher.
Oh, ballet dancers! The slasher was killing ballet dancers.
Why? Probably had to sit through La Sylphide one too many times.
What I mean is, they were all dressed like ballet dancers, as if for some audition or act.
Anyone want to hear the new lyric? I think I've caught the real flavor of Washington with it. It's called Ways, Means, and Mischief. I'll take it from the chorus.
Poor Bernice. She works herself much too hard.
Elsa! Elsa, my God!
But you're dead!
I beg your pardon?
Maybe the cold revived her.
Don't anybody move.
Was ist los?
Elsa, we saw you half naked and dead fall out of the closet into Bernice's arms.
Oh, Bernice.
Perhaps it was someone else. I was in the basement gathering potatoes for the vichyssoise.
She's still out there. Dead.
Who is dead?
Elsa, have you a twin?
Yeah, 2. I am triplets. Sisters, but they are in Germany.
Elsa, someone who looks very much like you was murdered here this afternoon.
I will look.
Come over here.
My mother and father worked in Berlin as laborers in the government printing plant. In 1923, they died. When a carton which contained marks the equivalent of $5 American fell on them and they were crushed. My sisters and I were raised by relatives. We saw each other only on Weihnachtsabend, when we met to decorate the Weihnachtsbaum and give out Weihnachtsgeschenke.
Gesundheit.
My point is, I did not know my sisters.
That woman has absolutely no sense of humor.
Did Helsa accompany you out of town on Manhattan holiday?
No, Helsa was here at the house.
Oh my gosh! Identical triplets, secret passageways, a homicidal maniac!
Yeah, it's beginning to look like one of those Hollywood mysteries you direct, Mr. Delamace.
Oh, I didn't know you did a mystery, Ken.
Oh, yes, just one. Murder at the Biltmore with William Cowell, Myrna Lloyd, Sidney Blackmere, Nate Pendleton, Ralph Bellamy, and Elijah Cook, Jr.
Well, has that been released?
No, have you seen it?
I think so.
I don't think she looks a thing like me.
But Helsa,
She's a spitting image.
Was either of your sisters a ballet dancer by any chance?
Dancers? God in Himmel, no. Hilda lives in Strassland working in a boatyard making sails. Helga lives in Stuttgart where she waits table in a beer garden. Now, if you will excuse me, I must get back to the dinner.
You're saying that's not your sister out there?
Anything is possible, but I believe my sisters to be in Germany.
That woman is an exact likeness.
My grossfather was a merchant seaman out of Bremen. Perhaps he put ashore in Brooklyn. It is only a train ride to here. Nicht wahr? Mr. O'Reilly is dead also?
We don't know.
I told you she had eyes for him. 2 murders and all she's concerned with is O'Reilly.
obviously Helsa is lying. I just don't know why.
She's covering for him.
I thought espionage was in your blood.
It is. It's just a bit sluggish at the moment.
Perhaps Helsa's sister was on her way here, but was killed before Helsa knew she arrived.
But why wouldn't she identify her?
Perhaps Helsa's sister is the stage door slasher.
But if her sister is the slasher, then who slashed her?
Oh, that's all too confusing.
No. It's simple. Look, you got a sister who's a servant in Chappaqua, a sister selling sausage and sauerkraut in Stuttgart, and a sister sewing sails somewhere.
Straussland.
So, either Helga from Stuttgart or Hilda from Straussland, while seeking her sister in a snowstorm in a swanky, secluded section of Chappaqua, is hacked by a homicidal halfwit who thinks that Helga or Hilda is Helsa. Now ask yourself why.
Ask myself why. I don't even know what you just said.
Ask myself why what?
Not why what, why who?
Why who what?
Not why who what, why what?
Why who what? Why?
What?
Because before you ask who, you have to ask why.
And how?
How what?
I was just agreeing. And how?
Maybe it depends on when.
When what?
Please, if you're going to start that again, I need another drink.
Let me see that book again.
Maybe Helsa is the stage door slasher. Well, that is what we're all thinking, right?
Of course it's what we're all thinking. But why would Helsa murder 3 women?
Jealousy
Of whom?
of you and your friends. You said you had many.
I said Phoebe had many.
Really, Roger, if you're going to take the thoughts of others and twist them, stick to Jerome Kern. You're much better at that.
I do not steal from Jerome Kern.
He certainly does not.
Thank you, Bernice.
It's Sigmund Rocker.
Fine. Let's all be viciously funny about my talent, which I think is a very transparent attempt to get us off the topic at hand, which is, which one of us had a motive?
Well, let's start with the well-known fact that you hate dancers.
I do not hate dancers. I only hate them when they sing.
You were the one that insisted on removing those 3 from the numbers.
Yes, but not with a knife.
Oh, my point is, there's plenty of reasons to give any one of us a motive. Even me. They were all pregnant or something. What I'm trying to say is I don't think the killer is in this room.
What about O'Reilly? We haven't seen him since the blackout.
He may be dead.
Or in those tunnels.
Well, we won't know if we don't look. I suggest an armed foray into the walls. Oh, there is one more possibility. Perhaps Helsa is her sister.
What?
Yeah, just something that happened earlier when I attempted to kiss her good morning. Something different.
She kisses her maid good morning?
Right. So now I want to get to solving this thing. I want to recreate the moments just before the crime. I need all of you to show me where you were standing just before the lights went out.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Oh, no, this can work. Ellery Queen does it all the time.
Okay. I was over here. Bernice, where were you?
I was
Right
in the
there.
piano.
We were here.
And poor Marjorie was there.
This didn't tell me a goddamn thing.
I don't think Elsa should be alone with Helsa.
Oh, wait a minute, Ken. I want to read you the new second act opener. It goes,
But I thought what we had was fine.
well, Marjorie hated it.
Marjorie was dead, Bernice. I don't think you should let a dead woman's opinion influence you so much.
I can't believe one of them could be the slasher.
Nah, I doubt they are. I got me a whole other theory.
You come to the kitchen?
In a sec.
Find something interesting?
It's addresses, appointments, and a kind of log. See, she refers to things she's done that day. LN small W/K.
Lunch with Kathy, another dancer in the show. We looked at all those notes, those we can make sense of anyway.
I think it's a code.
Code? Why would she keep a code?
Well, every so often there's nothing but a list of numbers.
Phone numbers.
But there's not always an exchange. See here, there's Endicott, Murray Hill, but then rows of numbers. It's a code.
Well, bank accounts, maybe. Secret bank accounts.
Yeah, maybe.
I got my theory based on good old-fashioned police work.
Hey, maybe serial numbers.
Observation. Observation, that's the key. And if I'm right, then someone's in great danger. And I think I know who that someone might.
Maybe the numbers are letter substitutes.
Where'd you learn about that?
When you were younger, didn't you send away to Orphan Annie or Jack Armstrong for a secret decoder?
Don Winslow of the Navy. Got a ring.
Well, I'm going to use the Orphan Annie system. Let's see if we can break it.
Well, what we need is paper. Holy mackerel, the desk drawer. Hey, Sarge!
Oh my gosh, another tunnel!
Where'd the cop go?
Oh, there are stairs leading down.
Well, are you nuts? Don't go in there.
I want to see what's down here.
Well, if you run into the slasher, don't plie.
It looks like a wine cellar.
Great! Now come back up here. I can't believe you're doing this when there's a killer loose. I mean, there's someone, maybe a raving maniac in this house with a knife or a saber, and you're down there walking around in the dark instead of staying up here in the light where it's safe. Oh my God. Hi. Can I help you? All the dancers are out right now, but if you care to leave a message, Oh, no thanks, I shaved earlier. Besides, I have a regular barber, Frank, at the Astor. Do you know him? Oh, whoa! I get it. You think I'm a dancer. Oh, that agent of mine, he'll tell anybody anything to get me work. No, I'm a comic. Actually, whoa! comic, I'm also a ventriloquist. Can throw my voice anywhere. Wine cellars. Eddie! You looking for this?
Eddie, watch you.
Eddie?
Ollie and free. Hey, where'd he go? Where'd he go? I'll clip him, so help me, I'll mow him down.
Eddie, did you shut me in there as some kind of joke?
Well, how did you get out of there?
Well, there's a lever next to the door.
The slasher was here.
The slasher was here?
While you were down there in a long raincoat with a bag over his head.
Oh, what did he look like?
Like someone in a long raincoat with a bag over his head.
No, I mean tall, short.
Who knows? Both, maybe. I was busy looking at the razor.
Let's go tell the others.
No. It could be one of them. He was after this, but I grabbed it and ran.
You did? Well, gee, Eddie, you're kind of brave.
Nah, just fast. See, when you play some of the rooms I play,
Which one of them do you think is it?
well, I got a theory based on observation.
O'Reilly!
We thought you were dead.
Sure, and so did somebody else. Oh. I was hit on me head and left to die. Oh.
Well, when was this?
When I was going for the aspirin.
I hope you got a chance to take a couple.
When I come to, I found myself in a tunnel, and I've had the devil's own time trying to get out.
Well, there have been 2 murders here.
And what's more, it isn't even an audition. It's a setup to catch the slasher.
Murders? Who?
Miss Baverstock and someone who was named Helga, Hilda, or Helsa.
Was?
Someone who we think was Helsa's twin sister.
Fell right out of that closet.
Her sister, was it? And Helsa, she is all right?
Yeah, don't worry, she's fine. She was concerned about you too.
Was she now? Faith, and she's a fine soup of a lass. I believe I'll have a spot of brandy to help ward off the chill.
Sit still, I'll get it.
So, Mr. O'Reilly, how long have you been in this country?
What?
I asked how long you've been in America. You are Irish-born.
I, as Paddy's cow.
Where in Ireland are you from?
Sure enough. Are you familiar with Ireland, Colleen?
I've never been there, no.
Well, there's a spot in County Blarney, which the sun, coming over the McNamara Mountains heads first, awaken the fine village of McGillicuddy to another of God's days. 'Tis there that I'm from, and 'tis there that I'll ever be.
You ought to know better than ask an Irishman where he's from. We could have been here all night.
Sure, and it's as warm and as a bug of peat in August.
Have I seen you in anything on Broadway, Mr. O'Reilly?
Are you writing a book about me, miss?
Dinner is served. Mr. O'Reilly, you've returned to us.
Somebody hit him on the head and left him to die.
Oh, dear. I fear we've unleashed something horrible in this house tonight. But the vichyssoise is ready, and where is Sergeant Kelly?
I don't know. Isn't he with you?
Perhaps he went to wash up. Now come along. Everyone else is in the dining room. Let's eat so we can get down to the serious business of the evening.
I don't think he's Irish.
It's easy enough to tell. We'll give him some more brandy and see if he starts to sing, fight, or write a poem.
Oh, Begorra, I went and forgot me drink. Dinner is served, Helsa. Helsa, they tell me your sister is dead. Are you in mourning? Elsa, do come out. I think we should talk.
Excuse me. Don't mean to interrupt. They just sent me back for the wine. I'm not looking, just going for the wine. They didn't say if they wanted white or red. Sorry to have bothered you. I'll tell them to save you something. So Riley and the maid. Hey, they were getting along so well.
Oh, I'm going for help.
Hey, ask whether we're having meat or fish. Excuse me.
Everything's all right.
You sure?
Go back.
They went right into the walls.
In the walls?
Oh, he's trying to kill her. Oh, we've got to help.
Help how?
Where's that cop?
Oh, I'm going into this tunnel.
Don't go in there. Are you crazy?
It's useless to try to stop her, believe me.
We can't just stand here and do nothing.
Sure we can. Well, we've got to stop him from two directions. Come, Nikki, look. You enter here. I will enter from the billiard room.
That's the billiard room?
Yes.
Interesting, you'd put it here next to the parlor.
Oh, well, it used to be the music room.
I would have put it nearer to the solarium.
Well, can we save the architectural discussion until later? He could be killing her. We have to help.
I'll go with you. Two can die as easily as one.
Here, take this flashlight so you can see what you're up against.
See it? Who wants to see it?
Play the music very loud so that way we can always find this room.
Oh, if you can find the Red Network of NBC, Phil Spitalny and his all-girl orchestra's on right now.
Stay close. It's a labyrinth in there. Please, Roger, anything but that.
Buried under snow in this blizzard fast reaching Canada project promotion. Transportation has halted. Governor Lehman and Mayor LaGuardia have declared an state of emergency.
The last thing we need is a power outage.
From your mouth to God's ear.
There's storm lanterns in the pantry.
Oh, I bumped into the piano.
Ouch, that was my head.
Roger, are you coming?
Are you still on the floor, Bernice?
I am not moving until the lights come back on. I'm just going to sit here with this bottle of wine and relax.
All right, you stay there, Bernice. We'll be back for you. Come on.
There's mischief in Washington and guess who has to pay? There's mix-ups in Washington and guess who has... Who is it?
You have not seen me.
Not in years.
Das ist eingefroren.
And where are you? In the corridor.
I am going back into that closet. You will not tell them you saw me.
My lips are sealed.
If you tell, I will drag you into the tunnels where no one can find you. Have you ever been stripped, tied to a wall, and whipped? Well?
Do I have to answer that?
Here's the library.
Remember, one word, and you die.
What? She is in the closet! Who? Elsa, she is in the closet! Really? Whoa!
Keep it locked in here till help comes.
I'm going for that police officer. You stay here in case he comes out of the walls.
Out of the walls? Forget we're visiting the house of Usher.
Out of the walls. Out of the walls. That's it, Roger! Our new second act opener should be a waltz.
A waltz?
Well, Dick Rogers does one at every show, Ken.
Bernice, this isn't the place, and it certainly isn't the time.
Isn't the time, Roger? Isn't the time? I am creating. Don't tell me it isn't the time. The contractions are beginning, and he tells me it isn't the time. You know, I've been stopped from giving birth here a lot tonight, Ken.
Has anyone seen the maid?
She's in the closet.
She has a butcher knife.
I've got a gun.
What's an Irish tenor doing with a gun?
I'm not Irish. I'm Italian. Lieutenant Tony Garibaldi, NYPD. Working undercover on the case of the stage door slasher. The maid is the slasher, and she's on her way up the river. Okay, Wenzel, the jig's up. Come on out with your hands high. You heard me, Wenzel. You're trapped. Okay, Wenzel. I'm gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3,
He's counting in German.
4,
House is German.
5, 6, 7,
No wonder they're so broke over there.
9, 10.
Actually, she couldn't come out if she wanted to. The door is locked.
Well, unlock it.
Oh! Boy, am I glad to see you. Flashlight went out and I've been wandering around down in the pitch black. We would have gotten separated, but I held her hand and led her through the tunnels. Come on, Nikki, we're back in the house. Hey, where'd you come from? What happened to Nikki? What? No, wait a minute. I can't understand a thing you're saying, but you got a gag in your mouth. Now, what'd you say?
Said, get this goddamn gag out of my mouth.
Hey, did you pass the maid in there?
Who knows? It's too dark to see anything.
Elsa is a stage door slasher.
Elsa? Wait a minute, and she's in there with Nikki?
Oh, wait a minute. I'll take care of this.
No, hey, hold on. This is a job for the police.
Well, he is the police. Lieutenant Tony somebody.
He's working on the case of the slasher.
Out of where?
Headquarters.
What division?
Erie Crimes.
Erie Crimes Division.
Yeah, it's something new the commissioner.
You
just
got a
come-
badge, pal?
Of course he has a badge. He just showed it to us.
Come on, let's see some ID.
Sure. Hands up! Everyone, over there! Move! Move! Move!
It's my badge, ain't it? You're the son of a bitch conking me on the head, aren't you?
I needed the ID. Almost worked. Till Bumblenuts over there spoiled everything.
Hey, just a minute.
I can't find that police officer
Elsa, be
anywhere.
careful.
Oh, hello,
Hands
everyone.
up!
Woo!
And stop your squawking, sister.
What's gotten into Mr. O'Reilly?
He's not O'Reilly.
I am Klaus Stahnsdorf of the Geheime Staatspolizei,
The Gestapo?
temporarily assigned to the German consulate in New York as a cultural attaché.
What's the Gestapo want with a stage door slasher?
What I want is for you, Sergeant Kelly, to take that lantern and lead the way to the tunnels.
You can go to hell.
Bitte, Sergeant. I could easily have killed you before, but I didn't. Why not? Professional courtesy. Take the lantern.
No.
I suggest the rest of you turn your heads, as the bullet from this gun makes quite a large hole.
Don't make a move, Daddy-O, or else you'll be pushing up daisies. Ensign Nicole Crandall, United States Naval Intelligence.
We're gonna need some rope.
In the pantry. I'll go get it.
Oh, I'll help her. She shouldn't be alone.
Well, I'm not staying here with all these guns waving around. Bernice,
Scotch and soda.
never mind.
Up against the piano, Crowdhead. Spread 'em.
Where'd you learn to do that?
Oh, basic training.
That's pretty basic, all right.
I'll take over here, Ensign.
Naval intelligence, I'll be damned.
We've been after this guy for 3 weeks.
No wonder you were always walking into tunnels. You were packing a heater in your handbag.
This cat a spy or something?
Oh, worse. He's a saboteur. His name is Dieter Wenzel.
You have the wrong man.
Oh, shut your trap.
Wenzel?
Yeah, that's right. Elsa's brother.
What's he doing here?
No, the Nazis landed this guy and 5 others on Long Island 3 weeks ago. We caught 4 of them in Sag Harbor posing as novelists.
My name is Klaus Stonsdorf.
Oh, baloney. The saboteurs had false identities, $500,000, and a mission to blow up installations all over this country to effectively retard our nation's communication system.
Gee, I thought the post office was already taking care of that.
But this guy and a guy named Franz Becker decided the money was more important than the fatherland and took off with the do-re-mi.
Well, where's this guy, Buddy Becker?
The Katzenjammer kid here bumped him off. Ain't that right, Fritz?
Wrong. I killed Becker because he was a traitor, Dummkopf.
Hey, who are you calling Doomkopf?
Her I am calling Dummkopf. You I call Bumblenuts.
Just wanted to get that straight.
So how'd you get on this guy's trail?
Well, Naval Intelligence knew he had a sister. We figured it was a long shot, but he might head for her.
So they sent you alone after this killer?
I was the only agent who could sing harmony.
Listen to me, all of you. Your lives are in great danger.
Okay, pal, we're all ears.
I am not Dieter Wenzel. Dieter Wenzel is an officer in Abwehr. The German military counterintelligence. He is also a homicidal maniac.
Homicidal maniac? Well, how'd he get into the German army?
We recruited him.
And this guy's doing all the killing.
Of course.
Where is he?
Well, he is...
Here's the rope. I'll tie him up. I'm very handy with half hitches. That's it. It's gone. The lyric is gone, and I'll never get it back.
Oh, he's dead!
There's blood on these books. The knife came through here.
Moby Dick? I don't see how a knife got through that. I couldn't finish the first chapter.
Oh my God!
He was stabbed through the
This
bookcase.
is near where I was grabbed.
There's a passage there.
Holy mackerel.
I'm going in.
Oh, no, Sergeant, it's no use. It branches off into 5 directions.
Oh my God!
He was killed through the bookcase. Practically fell on Bernice.
Oh, Bernice, are you all right?
I can't work in this environment, Roger. These people have no respect for an artist. They don't understand me like you. Oh, I love you, Roger.
Oh, Bernice, you are very drunk.
It's no use. It breaks off into 5 different passages just inside. All right, we gotta take this one step at a time. First, we gotta get this guy outside with the others. You, give me a hand.
It's consonant substitution. Poor BB's book. Someone was trying to work out the code.
Well, I was.
It's consonant substitution. I love codes. It's like playing Bach. BB was substituting numerals for consonants on a triplet basis.
Well, how's it work?
Oh, very simple. You see, especially because she repeats number sets, this turns into A, P, P, L, apples. Here it repeats again, apples. So this would be corn, then oranges, some type of ongoing shopping list, peppermint, apples again.
Apples, oranges, corn, peppermint?
What do you make of that?
Well, it might be some sort of salad.
I don't know about that. Don't you think the peppermint would tend to dominate?
Not if it weren't allowed to stand for too long.
Well, maybe the sweetness of the oranges might counteract that dominant
Word
flavor.
substitutes.
Word substitutes. Of course, it's another code.
Pardon me, Naraka Frau, but the beef is getting dry.
Elsa!
No,
Oh my
that-
God!
Put your hands up.
What is wrong with you people?
We know you're the stage door slasher, Helsa.
You threatened me with a butcher knife.
When you open the closet, 9 In addition to keeping the dinner warm, I have been running through the tunnels trying to keep from being murdered by my homicidal maniac of a brother.
Oh, Dieter Wenzel?
Yeah, he came here seeking refuge, posing as an Irish tenor.
Mr. O'Reilly?
Yeah,
But he's dead. They're burying him in a snowdrift outside.
I will look. Yeah, that is Dieter. Paul Dieter. He was a very famous entertainer in Berlin, you know. Now he lies in a snowdrift with strangers.
Yes. I do hope there isn't a sudden thaw. I don't know what the milkman will think.
He tried to kill you earlier?
He knew I would turn him in to the authorities. You shot him, did you?
Oh, he was stabbed through the bookcase.
Ach so. Mein Gott, the tunnels!
Well, what about them?
There is something else in there. Something evil. I have brushed against it in the dark.
You've seen it?
If it is human, it is all in black, with the smell of death. It is demonic, and it waits for us all. Should I put the cucumbers back on ice, gnädige Frau?
I suppose so, yes. Something evil. I'm going for the sergeant.
Did Helsa really threaten to kill you earlier?
Well, she had a knife over her head, and then we slammed the door in her face.
Well, she could be telling the truth then.
If she is, I think we should get out of this house as soon as possible. Blizzard or no blizzard.
If she is, it makes it all the more important we crack this code.
Well, what's it say on the night of the murder?
Okay, Piccadilly, 1020, Tutu, toe shoes, Leo, corn. What's another word for corn?
No.
But I'm the only one with even the slightest knowledge of those passageways. I have to go in.
It's too dangerous for a woman.
Not with this. Oh. This. The danger used by General von Grossen-Nuiten when he was the personal bodyguard to Archduke Ferdinand.
You know how to use that thing?
Sergeant, I have shot the O out of every stop sign in Westchester County.
All right, that's good enough for me. Here's the plan.
So listen, everyone. We've cracked part of the code in BB's notebook. Here's what it says the night of the murder. Piccadilly, 1020, Tutu, toe shoes, Leo, corn.
Corn? What's corn?
Word substitutes, we think.
You think? She was a dancer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe she had corns. Here's the plan. We go in from the 3 passageways out of this room. 1 gun to a passageway. 4th stays here in case that fiend or whatever it is comes out of the walls. Elsa, you take that passage. Eddie, you pulled me out of those tunnels pretty good. You take this and go in through there.
This don't have a flag that pops out and says bang. I don't know what to do with it. Boy, I have played some tough rooms in my life, but this one takes the cake.
Ensign, you stay here.
Aye, sir. I want to keep working on this code anyway.
Is there any place that the passageways don't lead?
The pantry.
You 3, go to the pantry. You'll be safe there.
Safety is exactly what I had in mind.
Come on, Bernice, we're on the move.
Oh, good. Is anything open this late?
All set? Let's go.
Oh, be careful. It's a maze in there.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Are you gonna be okay?
I asked you first. Look, if I'm not back in 24 hours, cancel my ad in Variety.
Roger and Bernice are all tucked in, surrounded by frying pans. Oh, let's hope they don't get into an argument about a lyric.
Shouldn't you have stayed with them?
Oh, well, I thought I would come here and help you. You've got quite a job watching 3 secret passages.
Thanks.
Still working on that book?
These foods are word substitutes. I can't figure them.
Secret codes. Locked in BB's brain forever, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I must congratulate you, Ensign, on your performance. A chorus girl. Oh, very convincing. The appearance and the walk, tripping over the suitcase was an excellent choice.
Well, actually, that was kind of me.
And the language. Swell. Oh, so typically crass. A ring of pure banal truth.
Actually, that was kind of me again. You see, I was a hopeful knocking around on the Great White Way before I joined the Navy.
I see. Did you ever audition for me?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. De La Maze. I went to so many auditions.
I think I would have singled you out
I doubt that.
as different.
Different?
You don't see yourself as different from the run-of-the-mill, shop-worn, tawdry chorus girl?
Gee, no, I thought most of them were pretty nifty.
Ooh, yes, nifty. The chase must be going badly. I would have expected to hear shots ringing from the walls by now.
Wait a minute. Maybe I did audition for you. Did you direct, I Married an Angel?
Oh, no, Josh Logan,
I auditioned for Boys from Syracuse.
George Abbott,
Sing Out the News, Who's Who?
Charlie Friedman, and Leonard Stillman.
Who's who? People!
What?
She was substituting foods for people. She must have been keeping appointments she didn't want people to know about.
Keeping them from Elsa, naturally.
Oh, so the night of the murder, it says corn, Piccadilly, 1020. What's another word for corn? Corn. Corny. A comedian in the show, maybe?
Philo Vance would have figured it out much sooner, my dear. Now we're going to take a nifty trip.
Naturally, Bernice needed another drink, so I've been elected to... Oh my God.
Don't do anything foolish, Roger.
I don't want to deal with this. I absolutely refuse to deal with this.
You probably think I'm crazy. Well, I'm not crazy.
Ken, I have no intention of being dragged into a psychological discussion with you. God knows I'm not secure enough with my own issues to deal with all of yours.
Silly! I must have taken a left at the water heater. Ken, what are you doing? Don't tell me. You're the stage door slasher.
I am.
I asked you not to tell me.
Put your piano, or put your gun on the piano. Now get over there. Over there.
Oh, excuse me.
Bernice.
I have the wrong room.
Don't move. Get over there.
Why, Ken? Why?
Why what?
Why did you kill all those girls?
My mother was a great person.
You had to ask him why.
A simple woman born of simple stock.
Is this going to be a long story, Ken?
My father left her for a ballet dancer.
Oh, I knew it!
She was beautiful.
The ballet dancer.
No, my mother. Beautiful.
Yeah, well, if you think so much of her, then when is the last time that you called her?
Oh. Well, it's been a couple of months, but I've been very busy. Wait, what does it matter? You're all gonna die, all of you. It only remains to determine how. Get over
Ken,
there.
I am not putting on a tutu for anyone.
A fire. How very natural. With all these lanterns burning, I think this house will keep me quite warm as it burns to the ground. I'll just wait for help to arrive. Roger, get up. Now move over. Elsa, sit down. Bernice, get up. Nikki, sit. Bernice, move over. Roger, sit. Hands on the desk, hands on the desk, hands on the desk. Nice, very nice. Don't look at the gun! Oh, very nice. Oh, nice composition. Oh, that's very nice. Very reminiscent of the movie I did, Berlin Calling. Oh, it had Paul Lucas and Helmut Dante.
Got to be kidding me.
Oh my gosh, Conrad Vita, George Oberon. Oh, and you know what? I'm sure all of you have seen it because you've seen everything else I've done that hasn't been released. What does it matter? You're all going to die. Now I just need to find something to help the flames spread more quickly.
Try cognac!
Oh, Eddie! You're just in the nick of time!
Well, I was no sooner in the tunnels when it hit me what Miss von Grossen
New Eaton.
said.
What did I say?
It's a maze in there. And what's another word for corn? Maze. Kendilla maze. So I've been trying to find my way back ever since.
Excuse me, but if you're done with that cognac, could I borrow it?
I think you've had enough to drink, Bernice.
You don't have to count, Roger. We're not at your house.
Kendall Mace, the stage door slasher.
Sure. He killed those dancers and then ran to hide in the one place where his madness, his paranoia, and his murderous inhuman tendencies would never be noticed.
Well, where's that?
Hollywood.
Oh, my. We have to tell Sergeant Kelly that the chase is over. He could be wandering around in there for hours. Eddie, you'll go in that way. And Ensign, can you hold down the fort?
Well, sure. Is there any rope?
Yes, in the closet. Bernice.
Well, I guess with the killer caught, it's all right this time.
I'm so tired of picking that one up off the floor. This calls for strong coffee.
Well, did she get the rope?
What?
The rope.
Here it is.
Listen, I really prefer being a comic to being a hero, because when you're a hero, you spend most of your time being scared out of your wits. Well, I better get back in the walls and tell Kelly we caught the slasher.
And the saboteur.
Yeah, but what about the sister who sells sausage? Okay. I better get back in the walls. Maybe you better put another knot in that.
Where is everybody?
Wait a minute. If Ken is the stage door slasher, then who killed...
I did. Be quiet! Don't scream, and you may not get hurt. I know you have a gun and identification as an intelligence officer. Where are they? I also know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is a woman, and I am trained in hand-to-hand combat. I can probably take that knife away from a woman. But can you from a man? Oh my gosh! The handbag. If your naval intelligence was even a little intelligent, they would know that Dieter Wenzel was once the toast of the Berlin Cabaret. More famous even than Sally Bowles.
Oh, a female impersonator.
The best? I do Lotte Lenya, Josephine Becker, and the great Dietrich. Falling in love again, I never wanted to. I don't know what to do, I can't help it. Also, my legs are better.
Then you killed...
Everyone!
Miss Baberstock?
I thought it was Fraulein von Grossenwitten. She had been sitting in that chair. With her out of the way, this whole house would have been mine. And I wanted people to think the slasher was here. As it turned out, he actually was. I also killed the Gestapo agent.
Oh, really?
No, O'Reilly. Just a little joke from the cabaret days.
Then O'Reilly actually was.
As he told you, Klaus Stahnsdorf. When Franz and I took off with the Vaterland's money, Franz hid in New York with his share. Stahnsdorf found him and killed him. Stahnsdorf must have also had information about my sister, so he came here.
Oh, then it was your sister.
Twin sister, yeah.
You killed your own sister?
We were never close. And I needed her identity, as I now need yours.
You'll never get away with this.
Of course I will get away. I have $250,000, and this is America!
Oh, how do you know so much about what went on? You were...
Have I as well as ears, Miss Super Spy? If all Americans are as simple-minded as you, your capital will one day be Berlin! And now, Miss Naval Intelligence, you will disappear forever into the walls of this ridiculous house!
Don't move! Stand still. I warn you, I'm a skilled marksman.
The safety is on, Mr. Lone Ranger. A Luger. German gun. The best. Over there, next to her.
What happened to her hair?
She's a guy.
What's he doing wearing a dress? Oh, I get it. You're trying to stay out of the army.
Very interesting country, America. Where else could you find a super spy and a comedian in one room?
The White House, probably.
All right, you two half-wits will now go into the tunnels.
What's he so burnt up about anyways? You ask him to do windows or something?
Well, this is Dieter Wenzel.
The homicidal maniac? We could be in trouble.
I'm going to kill you.
Well, that won't be so easy.
Why not?
Because I'm scared of guns. And when they gave me that gun and asked me to run around in dark tunnels with it, naturally I removed the bullets. This cognac really packs a punch.
You're just in the nick of time a second time. Oh. Ow. Okay.
All right, you tie up her, him,
Yeah.
them. I'll keep an eye on him.
Nobody move.
It's okay, Sarge. We caught the killers.
This is the stage door slasher?
No, I'm the lyricist.
Over here, Sarge.
Oh, is Renault right in there?
This is the stage door slasher.
Oh my God.
Helsa is a Nazi saboteur.
Elsa the saboteur?
Only, it's not Helsa. It's Dieter Wenzel, a female impersonator.
I do Lotte, Lenya, Josephine, Bagger, and the Great Dietrich.
Do you do Julie Garland?
No, her voice is too rangy for me.
Well, I would have thought if you did a lot of Lenya, you would have
Well,
done...
Lenya's is basically a chest voice, but Garland's is a little bit higher. So
It's
hard
true,
to
Garland
do.
is all head
Can
tone.
we
She
save
doesn't-
the musical discussion for another time? I want to lock these two up.
I have connections in high places. I know Harry Cohn and Jack Warner personally. I have lunch with Luella Parsons.
Come on.
I have friends who are destined for political greatness. They're unknown now, but someday,
Fine, fine. When he gets elected president, he can appoint you to his cabinet.
well, he will. He will.
Red hot mama, you're the one we need.
Come on, pal. Save it for Sting Sting.
I did!
Gee, we caught the stage door slasher and the saboteur. We'll probably make Winchell.
Oh, we are restored to the world. I say the success of our adventure calls for celebration. Let's repair to the dining room for crepes flambé von Grossenuiten.
It's not made with corn, is it?
Corn. Corn. Of course. Corn. That's it, Roger!
What is?
We were wrong setting our show in Washington. These are troubled times. Times for a musical that celebrates the spirit of America. The cornfields, the cowboys, those Surreys with all that frilly little crap on top. Our next musical should take place in Nebraska.
Okay.
Nebraska. You two performed heroically. Nikki, the Navy will be proud. I plan to write Eleanor about you. And Mr. McEwen, I'm sorry this wasn't a real audition. You certainly would have gotten the part.
That's okay. He got the girl.
He did? I did.